Well, hello, Chris. I'm in sunny New York at the moment. How are you?
I am very jealous and wanting to be there. So I'm in cold Melbourne and I'm good.
Yes, yes. Well, it's been around 30 today and it got quite sunny. They had a heat wave warning, which was interesting because we've just walked about 12 kilometers around New York City.
Wow, very good. 12 kilometers, that's a big walk.
Yes. Now, the interesting thing was my wife wanted to do the High Line, which was about 5 kilometers, no, 3 kilometers down the road. So we walked all the way there and we walked along the High Line. And I thought, yeah, I don't mind doing the High Line because at the end of the High Line, there's a Tesla showroom. So,
Ulterior mood.
yeah, we did something for her, then we did something for me. But when I was trying to find the Tesla showroom, I came across a Rivian showroom.
Ah,
Yeah. So, guess what I did?
did you take one for a drive?
I did. I took a Rivian R1S for a test drive.
Fantastic. And what do you
Oh,
reckon?
it's lovely. I mean, I had the dual motor one with a standard battery pack, so it could do around 290 miles. So, um, it's about 450 kilometers
Mhm.
supposedly, and its acceleration was 0 to 60 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour in four and a half or 4.8 seconds. Can't remember. But driving
Yeah.
around New York, the speed limit is 25 miles an hour, but you're lucky to get over five anyway. The
Yeah.
traffic's horrendous here. But anyway, yeah, it was quite good. I took that for a test drive. I got some video of
Mhm.
that and some walk around of the R1S and R1T. And then I
Yep.
went down to the Tesla showroom and sat in the Cybertruck and took some video.
Mhm.
And they've even got a Tesla bot standing there.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, couldn't take the Cybertruck for a test drive. They'd only got the one, and it was for demo only. They're
Okay.
hoping to get another one sometime soon, but it will be long after I've gone, I'm sure. And
Mhm.
then around the corner from that was Lucid. So
Wow.
I sat in a Lucid Air. They
Got the
didn't have one for a
trifecta.
test drive because they only had two on the showroom floor, and one of them they just sold and delivered that day. So they only had one on the showroom floor. Um, but yeah, that was very interesting. And then when we were walking back,
Yeah.
I came across a Fisker showroom, which was empty and closed.
I was
Poor
going to
old
say,
Henrik Fisker.
yeah, I was going to say, didn't those guys unfortunately, bail out? Well, in administration or something, and that's probably the correct term.
Yes, yes, they're in administration, so it's all closed up and empty and locked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that's been quite
Mm.
an eventful day. I've just started to edit a couple of the videos of the Rivian walk around in their showroom and the test drive. So
Mhm.
yeah, I said, look, I only want to just drive around the corner. Well, we ended up doing close to 20-minute test drive. I've cut the video down to about 12 minutes, but that was quite intriguing. And I like.
Yeah.
So
I heard someone in the background there.
somebody is sitting over there. I'm in my hotel room, and she's
Yeah.
sitting over there. She did all the videoing from the back seat. Thank you very much, darling. So yeah, no, that was thoroughly enjoyable day.
Lovely. That's a good day. And quite remarkable too how in America, just like in Europe, they've got so much choice. And I'm very jealous.
They
This
don't have any
today's
Chinese EVs though, do they?
oh really because of what that thing that the Americans like to do.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So no, they've got a very big choice. Now, walking around the streets, I have seen a massive number of Teslas, Model
Mm,
Ys mostly, some Model
yeah.
3s. Would you believe
Okay.
I've seen one BZ4E or whatever it is, Toyota.
Wow.
I have
That's
not seen,
I
yeah,
I've only seen one in the wild in Australia, and I reckon it was in the I think it was a media loaner. I reckon I
yeah,
really do.
I haven't seen a single Ford EV.
Hmm.
Um, and well, I'm saying another one apart from the Rivian. Because
Mm.
when I walked past the Rivian shop and I'm going, oh look, there's a Rivian parked outside. It was one of the workers there. He
Yeah.
was just opening up. So yeah, then driving around, I did see a couple of Rivians because there was a few around there, just taking people out for a test drive.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any other EVs. Teslas everywhere. You can't blink without seeing a Tesla.
Okay. Wow, that's kind of the same in Australia, to be honest. Um, just around my area and where I park my car at work, it's not like every other car is a Tesla, but they represent quite well. They really
Yes.
do.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, where I am, there's a lot of different EVs. There's Auras, there's MGs,
mhm,
there's a lot of different
yeah.
ones. So I'm constantly seeing a few others there. But
Uh,
here, as I said, one Toyota, and it was all on its own poor little thing. I didn't
mm.
even know they were here, but apparently they are. And yeah, just Teslas everywhere. And
Mm.
there's a lot of chargers, a lot.
Right. Okay. That's interesting. In New York, of all places.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen any,
Yeah,
but when I looked on PlugShare and when the guy was showing me the Rivian before I started the video and drive, and he said, and of course, you press this
yeah,
button on the thing, and there was all this plotting out of all the known chargers. And he goes, well, that's a
yeah.
Tesla supercharger there, but it's incompatible. And
Mhm.
here's a fast charger, and there's a destination charger. It's just, there's so many of them. And I looked on PlugShare. Yep, there's a lot of um, chargers, fast chargers, destination chargers around.
Yeah. Gotcha. Oh well.
So,
What have you got for me today, mate?
well, I haven't got a huge amount because I've been traveling. Getting to New York from Perth was not much fun. Um,
Yeah.
we went to Singapore and then it was an 18-hour flight
Wow.
non-stop.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yes. I'm glad I won't be doing that on the way home. It was interesting to do. It's the longest flight at the moment.
Yeah.
Those ultra long range aircraft can fly for 20 hours at almost 1,000 kilometers an hour.
Wow. Because they're going
We,
a lot really high, I guess.
yeah, we were flying at 41,000 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, quite high.
Gee.
So the
Yeah.
atmosphere up there is a little bit thinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, what I've got actually is okay, I've got to click sharing. Right, where am I? Here we go. Let's share this one and see how we go. Is that sharing?
Yep.
Good. So uh, some years ago, I noticed when one of my videos, Shenzhen had just electrified all its buses, and that
Mhm.
was, by the look of things, back in 2017. It's got it here
Mm.
somewhere. Um, and then the next year, they electrified all the taxis. So in 2 years, they electrified their complete bus fleet, and the
Mm.
next year, their complete um, taxi fleet. They're all electric,
Wow.
mostly BYDs because um, uh, that's their headquarters in Shenzhen.
Yeah.
So why can't we do something like that here or in Australia? Just go crazy, electrify the buses.
Yeah.
But no, when I was speaking to our minister in WA, he said, "Oh
Yeah.
yes, we're buying two for a trial."
Uh-huh.
And said, "Go to Shenzhen and have a look. They've
Yeah,
just stuck
exactly.
20,000 in, and they've
Yep.
changed over in a year. They
Yeah.
work." Yeah. So anyway, I was quite impressed with the fact that they've electrified their fleet and they're still going.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful. We should get it done elsewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a few local buses around me who actually are electric. The routes are serviced by electric buses. That's in Sunbury and in Tellers Lakes. So It's interesting that some places are so reluctant and, just premise it around, oh, we'll do a trial. Now, what
Yes.
what needs trialing here? The technology is proven, they're working overseas successfully. Geez, just take a road, do a junket for goodness sake, and and get on with it to demonstrate to yourself if you're the bureaucrat holding these things up to say, oh yeah, look, this is equivalent to the Ferntree Gully route. I don't
Yeah.
know. Just
It's crazy. Even here, some of the buses I've seen have got the electric symbol on them. They're
mm,
low emission. I think that they're
a
plug-in
hybrid.
hybrids,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
But at least they're starting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I can walk past the electric buses here, and well, first I know they are because they're proudly advertising it, and also you don't hear the usual.
Yeah.
You just hear the air conditioning noise. That's it. So yeah, it's lovely.
Yes. And one thing that I have noticed walking the streets of New York, and maybe I
Mm,
shouldn't have said it like that, walking around New York, is the stench and the fumes and the all their trucks are just massive.
yeah.
So they've stuck humongous engines in them.
Mm,
And the noise and the pollution, it's just unbelievable.
mm. Unbelievable. Oh, well, again, New York, the place where it'd be lovely to see electrification happen fast, but conversely, it's not exactly a very car-friendly city, is it?
Well, no, I mean the traffic when we went out for a walk first thing this morning, I think it was before 8 o'clock. The traffic was just at a standstill. It's amazing.
Yeah,
So yeah, they could do with electric vehicles, most definitely.
yeah, yeah. Hey,
Right. So there was only one other subject that I had, and
yeah.
that was I think my Tesla's got a recall. Oh no. Oh,
Oh no!
1.8 million EVs. My hood
What?
might fly open. Oh
What?
no.
What?
Okay, no, it's just going to be an over-the-air software update.
Yeah.
Of
So,
course, some
but
people are reporting the fact that Tesla's had to do a recall of 1.8 million vehicles because the hood may unlatch and fly up and obstruct the view. It's
uh,
terrible. It's bad.
yeah. All right. Now this is interesting because I did see a post on one of the Australian electrical EV forums about the guy's bonnet supposedly did actually do that and bent backwards a bit and broke his windscreen. So I guess it can happen, but how does a software patch fix a latch issue? That's what I don't understand.
It says in that article there from Electric that
Hmm.
when you close the hood, you put it down and then you push it and it
Yeah.
latches in.
Yeah.
If you don't do that properly, it's supposed to
Yeah.
detect it. So when you stick the car in drive, it just goes bing bong. No, no, no. You've got to go and put the hood down properly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, the detector, I think, the software was not quite perfect. So it's just
Huh.
a software update so that it will, in all instances, warn you. It was sometimes it wouldn't warn you. So, yeah,
Gotcha.
look, I've got to have a recall.
Oh,
And hopefully by the time I get home, it's fixed.
yeah, cool. Well,
Yeah.
that's encouraging, and I guess what 1.8 million is affecting most all Tesla Model what threes
Um,
or what?
yeah, Model 3s wise and S's and X's.
They've made more than that though. So okay, so it's a batch then. Well, a
Yeah,
batch.
hold
That's
on. Let
that's a big statement in itself, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, so it's got here the subject population is model year 17 to 24, Model 3,
Yeah,
manufactured between those dates,
yeah,
equipped with a hood latch produced in China, and all
yeah.
delivered Model Y 13 to 24, Model S's and Model X's, and
Uh-huh.
Model Y's 20 to 24
Okay.
vehicles. So yeah,
Wow. So geez, so that's almost all of them. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'm excited too because you know what? There's a software update that the Americans have got, and it's got YouTube music player in it. And
yes,
I watch a lot of YouTube, and I suffer adverts all the time. And I would love to go back to YouTube Premium that then gives you your music subscription for free. Um, so I might say bye bye Spotify and jump band again.
yeah, I tend not to
So
use
I've been waiting for the
Spotify
software update
anyway. Yeah.
now. Hmm?
So, well, I don't
Say
use
again?
Spotify. I don't use YouTube Music. I use YouTube, and that's about
Yeah.
it.
Okay, cool.
Right.
All right.
There you
Well,
go.
I've got a few news stories for you, and
Yep.
I've just sent you a request so I can share
Yep.
my screen. Thank
I've
you so
approved
much.
it.
Oh, you're so kind, sir. All right, now this one's a funny one. The intelligence of thieves out there. Uh, yeah. So over in America, something like 130 electric vehicle charging cords have been stolen from the Electrify American network. And the thieves have probably not realized the value of those cords because let's face it, sure, they're heavy, but they're heavy for different reasons. And it's not because they're filled with copper. They are filled with insulated copper, yes. But realistically, in this article, it suggests that a standard cable would have maybe 2.27 kilograms of copper inside of it. And when the actual price per kilogram or pound, I think they've written down pounds here, is going to be about, well, $4.50 or so, or sorry, let's do the Australian, $6.78 per pound. So they're not going to get a lot of money for what's going to be a lot of work. So they're estimating that they could pocket, after a lot of work of stripping these cables, of about, ooh, $34 per cable. And I would worry about them doing it because cutting an electrical cord, because sure, it's not charged, there's no flow of electricity, but I guarantee you there is something going through that cable so that the charger knows that, well, there's a cable connected to me and it's ready to go. So I, f- I, what people, if, if,
Yeah.
if you're a would-be thief out there and thinking of this, but maybe don't.
I consider
It's
it a dangerous thing cutting through those cables. Certainly,
yeah,
if the car's plugged in, I wouldn't be going near it.
yeah,
They've got to use some large bolt cutters to get through them, and
yeah,
I'm assuming that they're insulated.
yeah. Very,
Right.
very well insulated. So the saying that the cable bounds, because they've got other stuff like cooling channels and stuff around them, it'll be a lot of work to actually get the useful copper out of the cables. And there's a quote down here from someone from Charge Fox, Rob Asselman, here he is. Uh, and I guess look, is it the fast chargers are definitely an easy target for thieves because they don't have attendants there. They're mostly, unattended. The only people who might attend would be people doing charging. So I can see the attraction because people go like, "Oh, copper, let's get that." But realistically, I think after the first time they do it and they had to strip it and stuff, they were like, you know what? I've just spent the last 3, 4 hours of my life getting all the copper out of these cords. This is not worth it. It's not
Yes.
worth it.
And all they need do in these sites is stick a video camera, use
Yeah,
the Starlink satellite, and beam the videos back.
sure, sure. All right. Now, next one is a swing and a miss. I'm going to call it a swing and a miss. And this is that we now have Insure My Tesla in Australia, which is not what the Americans get, and which is what I think all Australians were hoping for. Now, I don't know, are you, Nigel? What was your insurance? I think you told me
Right.
before. It was
I actually,
pretty
would you
good.
believe, checked on my RAC insurance because I know it's due and I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure it was due after I get back, and it is.
Yeah.
And my that's 2 years worth of RAC.
Yeah.
Western Australia insurance. The first year was 800, give or take a couple of dollars, and last year it was about 1,050. So I'm assuming it would
Unbelievable.
be around 1250, 1300. And I do know that people with these underwritten by Zurich were
Yeah.
being quoted between two and three times what
Yes.
RAC was giving them.
Oh, and a lot more, and a lot more. And just to be clear here, the Tesla insurance in America uses your data, your driving data, and Tesla in America is partnered with some underwriter, I don't know who, to provide insurance product directly. So you're buying it from Tesla because they're using your driving behavior to understand the risk profile.
Yes, and
And
if you
this
keep
this is
making boo-boos in your driving, the insurance
yeah.
premium goes up and it's done monthly.
Yeah. And so you do hard acceleration, heavy braking, have near misses, autopilot disengagements, you name it, your premium's going to go up. The riskier you drive, the more you pay. So I like that model. I like it. And that's what I was hoping we are going to get in Australia. But instead, we get basically just a partnered product with Zurich. And when you click on more, learn more, it just takes you to the Zurich page. And, I don't know, should we do this on this call? I've got 9 minutes before I've got to go to work. Let's do it,
Yes,
shall we?
go on.
I hope I don't have to tell them too much information. I probably do. Okay, it's great that they've given you glass coverage. So excess-free windscreen and glass cover, because fun fact, I had to replace my front windscreen. It cost me $1,400.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
and yeah, right. It hurts. It
You,
hurts.
you
So
don't get hire car.
didn't notice that. Hang on. Probably can option it.
Yeah, yeah, because I optioned
Uh,
it, and mine is agreed value at about
mm,
88,000 Australian,
yeah.
and hire car until I get my car repaired.
Uh,
Not just 2 weeks worth; it's all the time.
yeah. Uh, uh, Look at that. So I wonder if I click on yes. I'm a no at the moment, but I'm just saying if you do this, I bet you
Are
they
you
will
going to
say
do
no.
ride share? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I won't click it. Yep. All right. Is this going to ask me for all my stuff? It is. I'm not going to fill anymore. Anyway, go have a play, folks.
Yeah,
I'll send like Nigel links so that he can you can go check it out yourself. But I'm seeing quotes online that someone was quoted $6,000 for a comprehensive on the Model Y, and
whoa,
I
I
was like,
didn't see that. I heard people getting quoted 2,500 and 3,000 and the like, but
yeah, yeah,
$6,000?
yeah, yeah,
Buy a
exactly.
new
Yeah,
car for that?
yeah, exactly right. So yeah, that's all just a little bit disappointing, isn't it? You
Just a
know?
little bit, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can't share the comments from the Facebook groups because I just checked and it's a private group, so we will not do that because it's not a public forum. All right. Anyway, there you go. Fun times. And yeah, the last one for me is Audi. They've actually just unveiled a updated Audi e-tron A6, and it's a pretty good looker. There's a sportsback version
Yep.
which I'm not a fan of, but so be it. And then you got your typical sedan model, which is called the Avant. And I'll just leave the pictures here, and I'll just get some of the information out of the press release. So the interesting thing about the Sportsback model is that they've reduced the drag coefficient to 0.21, and
That's
it will
good.
have a claim range of up to 700 kilometers. So
Whoa.
take off 20%, it's still pretty good range on that sort of vehicle, right? So 550 quite comfortably. Yeah, probably about 550 quite comfortably. So that's pretty good. I'll move the pictures down here. So they can be ordered over in Europe in September this year. Audi in Australia isn't too slow in bringing them out. So I guess we're blessed that Audi, being a European maker, they service the UK and right-hand drive market. So unlike Tesla, that takes years for us to see them in our country. You know, you could see this on our road sooner than later. This is the media page, so there's a lot of photographs and stuff like that, and some really awkward. Please don't take a photograph of me. You know, do I really need to be in this photo pack with the media? Says Matteo Gelfi. Yes, 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 you do. Anyway, um, that front I'm a bit unsure of, but probably looks better in real life. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Um, so yeah, I'd be curious to see when they come out here and how much they're going to cost here because the Europeans, they're going to get it for about $90,000 equivalent Australian for an electric Audi, which is actually a very good price. And
And
it's a
it'll be
bespoke
over
electric
a
platform.
100,000 in Australia because you've got
Yeah,
all these extra import taxes and
yeah,
luxury car tax and all those things.
yeah. But it's a bespoke electric platform, which unlike the first generation, second, and even third of the e-trons, they're always just built on the ICE platform. And so yeah, transmission hump and other issues. Whereas this is actually built on the dedicated electric platform. So that's good. And you know, I don't know if I'm going too fast for Zoom here, by the way. So I might slow myself down a bit, eh?
Uh,
Um,
it's looking all
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, cool. Good, good, good.
Look, I've
So yeah.
always liked the look of Audis. I think they're very good
Mm.
looking cars.
Yep, yep. Look at that.
Never
Got
owned one myself.
three screens. Look at that. It's quite impressive. Oh, the good seats. I can tell already. I don't know. That look very good.
I think
And
Chris
that
needs to save his pennies for when that comes out. I mean, when we
baby.
were in Sydney, you did take the was it RS8 or something
Yes.
out for a drive. I mean, that was
Yep,
quite impressive.
it was definitely. So yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see. And we've got more choice. And despite what the media might say, electric vehicles are not dying and are not in decline. In fact, if anything, we're getting more and more choice, as demonstrated by Lucky Nigel in New York.
Yes.
Jealous
I,
much?
I
Yes, I
have
am.
asked these people when are they coming to Australia, and
Yeah.
they all go, yes, we really do want to, but yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
not up to them, is it? It's up to the hierarchy in Rivian and Lucid. I mean,
yeah.
Lucid is now in Saudi. It's in some European countries.
Mhm.
Um, so they're expanding.
Yeah,
Mm, Rivian really are just in America and Canada.
yeah,
And
exactly.
I mean, they all go, oh, we'd love to get these cars into other countries.
Hmm.
So, but they've got to make them in right-hand drive,
Hmm.
haven't they?
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. So anyway, well, we can dream. We can dream.
So look,
Like me dreaming of going to New York one day.
yes, yes.
Cool.
It's different over here, that's for sure. So I know that you've got to get to work because it's early in the morning in Melbourne, and it's um
6:48 a.m.
yeah, well it's nearly 5 o'clock in the afternoon here. So
Yeah.
yeah, we better cut this one short. Next Tuesday, when we normally record these, today's Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah. Is it? I don't
It's
know.
all very weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
Wednesday,
Wednesday today.
Thursday for me.
We may have to do the same again next week, because once again I'm traveling back from Kansas to New York
Wow.
on the Tuesday. So yeah, we might have to look at doing something on the Wednesday again. Maybe this time I'll get up early and you can be late at night.
No worries, no worries. All
All
right,
right.
cool. Nigel, you take care and you have a lovely holiday.
Yes, well, I
Yep.
have so far, but I've only been here for a couple of days.
Yeah,
Um,
cool.
so thanks very much, Chris. And
All right.
yep, don't forget, there's that like and subscribe button below. Pretty please. Helps all the channels. And look forward to next week, Chris.
Cool. All right, you take care, night.
Thanks very much. See ya.
Yeah.